Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler pays attention to falsehood, all his ministers become wicked. The ESV says if a ruler listens to falsehood, all his officials will be wicked. The New King James, if a ruler pays attention to lies, all his servants become wicked. A leader sets the tone of a business, of a country, of a church, even a family. As we know, leaders can't be everywhere. They can't do everything or know everything going on. Therefore, they need to surround themselves or delegate people who can represent them, inform them, and guide them, and keep the pulse of the organization or the nation. Romans 13:3 says, "For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil." Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. When you look at a government or a business or a church, there are many different facets that make it function as it should. When you see an organization or government running smoothly, it's not by accident. It's because some fundamental principles are being followed. Every king, leader, president, prime minister, on down, their goal and their aim of that leadership as a government leader should be peace and justice, security. They should want to make the citizens feel cared for. They want to make them feel safe. And these are the fruits of truth and honesty and integrity. The fly in the ointment, the one thing that will destroy those things quicker than anything else, whether it's a nation, a church, a family, it's not the lack of money or a poor economy, but this, lying, dishonesty. There's something we need to understand about lying. Lying is not something that we do by mistake. Lying is something we do on purpose. You have to know the truth before you can lie. We have to know the truth before we can tell a lie, before we can distort the truth, contradict the truth, or suppress the truth. And that's what makes lying so wicked, so evil. Somebody's looking you in the eye, staring you right in the face, and telling you something they know is not true. They're lying to you, deceiving you, knowing full well what the truth is. That's sinister and it's evil. And when lies begin to seep into leadership, they filter down and start to rot the nation, the church, and the business and the family from the inside out. If a ruler pays attention to lies, the word pay attention means to listen to. You start to believe the lies. It says if they listen to lies, pretty soon they're surrounded by liars, by wickedness. And lying is a part of wickedness. If the ruler lacks the discernment to spot lies, those around him will take advantage of that, and the leader becomes the pawn of those who are supposed to help him and guide him and protect him. If a leader without discernment does not seek the truth and believes everything he's told without question, this simplistic attitude attracts wicked people, much like a lion is drawn to its prey by the scent of blood. Those in positions of authority often face individuals seeking to use their power for personal gain. Some may resort to lies to influence, resort to lies to frighten and manipulate, resort to lies to deceive that leader. Our verse states that if a ruler pays attention, all his servants become wicked. They become wicked. Servants adapt to the king. Children adapt to the parents. And upon realizing that deception and flattery will prevail and work, they understand how to play the game. When children learn that lying works, for example, they learn that the parents can be manipulated by lies, that the parent won't seek out the truth, that they learn that the parent won't deal with the lying. They become liars. There's no consequences, and it works. Lying becomes a very present help in trouble, and there's no consequences for it, so why wouldn't you lie? To get out of punishment, to get out of having to do what you were responsible to do. Leaders, parents need discernment. They need to make honesty a value commodity in the office, in the church, and at home. Liars need to be punished, not rewarded, not ignored. Dishonesty destroys. Lying never brings lasting peace. Lying corrupts. It spreads. Leaders lose credibility. Just because they listen to lies doesn't mean everyone they lead is that naive. Many times people in a business, for example, know what the truth is, and they can't believe that their boss is so naive to believe the lies he's being told. As a parent, we can be soft on some things. We need to be patient. We need to be long-suffering. And yes, kids will be mischievous. They will not like doing chores or homework. They won't sit still. And that can be annoying, as we all know. But when it comes to lying, we need to teach our kids early that lying will not be tolerated. There's no patience, there's no tolerance, there's no overlooking it. It needs to be dealt with, and it will be dealt with. It may be a hard lesson and an unpleasant lesson at first, but it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Satan is the father of lies. Adam and Eve sinned because they listened to a lie. The world is in the mess it's in, and it all started with lying. The wise ruler, the wise parent, pays no attention to lies. He gives the lie no credibility. It is seen as the enemy, and it needs to be dealt with as an enemy. It needs to be dealt with in such a way that it leaves no question in the mind of the heart of the child or the servant that it will not be tolerated, that lying is taken as a very serious thing, and it will be dealt with as such. So may I close by asking a question. What are you listening to? What are you listening to? Not who are you listening to, but what are you listening to? Are you listening to lies and ignoring them, not paying attention to them, not taking it seriously? We need to be discerning in our lives. If a ruler pays attention to lies, all his servants become wicked. Not just liars, but they become wicked. So remember, if a ruler pays attention to falsehood, all his ministers become wicked. May we be those who seek to know the truth, knowing that the truth is what sets us free. So may this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.